welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very exciting video for you guys. I'm not sure if any of you guys know this, but I was on Kim Kardashian's show Glam Masters, and Mario DEDIVANOVI was a judge on Glam Masters. And about a week ago, guess who did my makeup? Mario did my makeup, Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. Like, how crazy is this? So he did my makeup. He came to Toronto and he did makeup for the event Philosophy, which is a skincare line, and I was lucky enough to be the model. So as he's doing my makeup, I'm like trying to suck in all the information I can get and really remember the steps that he did, the products he used, and the techniques that he did. So I am showing you guys all of the things that I picked up on and remembered. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and let's get started. I'll take care of you. Alrighty, so first things first, we are going to be priming my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And I just love to be hydrated and moisturized, especially since I have really dry skin. Every step that I can take to get my skin to be more dewy and hydrated, I'm gonna take. So I'm gonna try my absolute best to use all of the products that he has. If I have them, of course, if I don't have them, I will be using an alternative, but I will let you guys know the products that he used to do my makeup and kind of the order that he did my makeup in. So first off, I'm going to do my brows. I'm using my Benefit brow pencil, and he used the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, the really tiny one. So this is a really, really good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And that is the first thing he did. He did my brows. And I noticed that he did my brows kind of more extended to my temple and not so much arched. So I'm going to kind of try to duplicate my brows to the same way that he did them. Next up, I'm going to be priming my eyelids, and Mario used a foundation. To prime my eyelids, he used the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, so I'm going to be using another cream foundation. I'm using the Mayron HD cream foundation, so pretty much a similar consistency and texture, and I'm just quickly going to prime my eyelids before we get into this gorgeous dramatic smoky eye. So I'm such a creep. I actually took a picture of his little working station when I was sitting beside him being the model. So he went into the Modern Renaissance palette first. I'm pretty sure he might have gone into the other Soft Glam palette, but it was between these two, so I'm gonna make do with what we got. Again, my eyes were closed, so I can just go to the best of my ability to do what he did, but I'm going to try my best. So I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance, and we're going to go into Burnt Orange. And I feel like that sounds about right. I feel like that's what he used. I mean, that's what was in the picture, so it has to be what he used, right guys? I'm picking up a Real Girl, which is a little bit more of an orange undertone, and we're going to just dust that right into the crease again. So next up, he started to define my eyes with a brown eyeliner, and then he went into a black, so he really built it in, so it had a really nice blend. He did use the Urban Decay eyeliners, I do remember that, but today I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever eyeliner sticks, and I will list down below to the best of my abilities what he did use on my face. So I'm picking up that eyeshadow Burnt Orange, and I'm just dusting that in to really blend it out. I'm going back in again with that brown, and we're just going to intensify this even more. And I love using my Morphe E36 brush. It's a really, really tiny, dense brush, and it really gives you a precise, blended out look without being too blown out. So I'm building this up now with a black, and it's really good to just go in stages. That way you don't get too out of hand, and everything's just blended out really nicely. And I'm going to literally just layer on top of what we just did, keeping it more directed to my lash line. I'm going to buff in Real Girl and Burnt Orange on top of that, so this can really pop the green in my eyes, and that is what he did to really intensify that green color. Jumping back to the face, I am going to be using my Purity Ultra Light Moisturizer by Philosophy, and this is what he used on me when he did my makeup. And he also did mention that he never uses primer. He always uses moisturizer, and this is one of his absolute favorite moisturizers, which is one of my absolute favorite moisturizers. It's super, super lightweight, and it doesn't give you like that sticky texture, so you can use it as a primer. And another thing that I was really, really surprised and shocked at is that he used so much. He probably used like 10 of these little pumps on my face, which at first I was like, oh my god, like is my makeup gonna stay on this much cream? But it just ended up turning out flawless. So I am taking his tips and now applying it on myself. And he also did apply this with a little, what are these even called? You guys, a little wedge? A wedge sponge. And normally when I do it on myself or do clients, I'll use my fingers or I'll use a brush. So I thought that was really cool, and now that he taught me this, I always use these on my clients, and I feel like it really helps get in there because it doesn't absorb into the little wedge. So I have a lot on here, and he really went to town with this part. Like seriously, I was like, oh my god, but it turned out really well. So you really just want to spread it out evenly. And I'm going back for more. You guys see like how much I'm putting on my face. Like I'm really being heavy-handed. I'm going to be using my Mehron HD Cream Foundation. This is very comparable to the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation, which is what he used on my face. Another one of my favorite foundations, but I just don't have it on me right now, so I'm going to be using this. And he did use a lot of foundation on my face, but it's okay because it all looked flawless. Next, I'm going to be going into concealer. I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and he used a color that was a lot darker than this color. Mine is a lot lighter, and I did notice that as well, that he used a color that was closer to my skin tone. So guys, I am leaving for Bali tonight. I'm actually leaving in like 5 hours, and I haven't filmed a video in so long. I feel like I've just been really burnt out, and I love makeup so much, but you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of a break, and I have been doing these YouTube tutorials and videos for such a long time that I just was getting burnt out, and especially after the show, and there's just a lot of hype, and it's kind of very stressful. Like, I feel like you need to keep up with all these social media influencers, and all the people on the show are doing this, this, and this, and I felt like I needed to keep up with them and go to all these events and do all these things. So I'm happy that I'm kind of just chillaxing for a little bit and going to Bali, and we'll have a nice little break. So of course you may know Mario as the king of contour, so I was really excited for this part, and I was actually a little bit surprised that he wasn't using the KKW contour sticks, which is totally cool. I was just like, what are you using, Mario? Tell me what you're using. So what he was using, he had depotted cream foundations into a little personal palette, so I don't actually know what the exact products were, but he used a cream foundation. So I'm going to be using today the Graftobian cream foundations, which is very similar to what he used, and he did say that he likes using a cream foundation opposed to a contour stick because the foundations have more coverage. So as you're layering on your contour, you are going to just be perfecting your face more and more and giving your face more of a flawless look. So I was into that. I was like, yes, I like where you're going with this. Just be dusting this in, and I don't think he used any like harsh lines. He didn't go in and then blend it out. He just kind of blended it out as he did it. And again, like, I couldn't see my face. I was just kind of like trying to take notes inside my head as he was doing everything. Okay guys, I'm going back to the eyes, and I'm going to be smoking out my bottom lash line. So first things first, we're going to go back into that brown eyeliner, and we're just going to put that in our waterline. And I'm also going to put this in the top of my eye as well, and Mario did do that. It was very uncomfortable, and my eyes were like watering like crazy, but it makes the world of a difference. Now I'm going to pick up the black, and again, doing everything in layers. That is what Mario did. He built up my top eyes, I think like 4 or 5 times, so it's really about layering and blending. Picking up a little bit of Realger mixed with burnt orange. I noticed that he dipped into a lot of like orangey colors to make my green eyes pop, and I'm just kind of diffusing the black with that color. For blush, I honestly completely forget what he used, but he did do a Facebook Live, which I shared on my Instagram and Facebook. So I will go through and look at all the products he used and list them down below. But for today, I'm using my Tarte blush, and I'm just dusting that on the apples of my cheeks. So for highlight, Mario used the AMREZY times Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. Again, I don't have it, but I do have a very similar highlighter, which is Opal by Becca Cosmetics. So I'm just going to be applying that on my face in the same areas that he did. So he got me to smile, and then he just kind of dusted this on my cheek. And I noticed that he didn't go really overkill with the highlight on my cheek. He really gave like a natural within glow. So I'm gonna kind of just duplicate. And I noticed he really brought that down onto my cheek, like the apple of my cheek, whereas I kind of keep it right here, but he really like brought it down a little bit more. So for lips, he used the Kevyn Aucoin medium lip liner, and he used this on me, and I was absolutely so obsessed that I went out and I bought it myself. So this is actually the color that he used on me. He set this with the Tatcha Dewy Mist. Dewy Skin Mist Setting Spray. This is again one of my faves as well. Vaseline. So he actually went in when everything was all done with a little bit of Vaseline on the high points of my face for like a very expensive highlight glow from within. Those are his words, an expensive glow from within. This is what everybody in the beauty industry calls it, he says. I've never done this before, so I was really cool and surprised and interested when he did this. He used a puff, and he just went for it. So I'm gonna go for it. So he really like dabbed it off on his hands. He doesn't want you to look greasy. He just wants to give you that little bit extra glow. You know how Kim Kardashian just looks like so radiant and dewy all the time? I have a feeling this is why. See guys, I'm sharing with you guys all the tips that I learned as well. So we're gonna go on top of that. Guys, I wish you guys could see this in person. I don't really think it's picking up as well on the camera, but so there you guys have it. That is the makeup look that Mario did on me that I recreated, and the products that he used and the order and techniques that he used. I'm literally blown away with Mario. I think he is so talented, and I really do look up to him. I feel like my dream job would be a celebrity makeup artist, so that the fact that he did my makeup is just like so surreal. It's crazy to think a year ago what I was doing and dreaming about, and I was on Glam Masters, and now Mario is doing my makeup. Like, this is crazy. So I just want to tell you guys to just keep pushing. You can literally do anything you put your mind to. Keep manifesting, keep praying, keep striving for greatness. Everything is going to pay off. I love you guys so much. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! I'll take care.